Alex Pereira is him. I don't care what anyone says. This dude is the most active UFC champion or combat sports champion I've ever freaking seen. And I've been a fan of MMA and combat sports for a long time. There has been nobody like Pereira. You could say, oh, Adesanya was super active. Oh, Volkanovski was super active. Yes, they were. Not as active as Poatan Alex Pereira. My man just fought at UFC 300 when, he wasn't supposed to. They were trying to get other fighters on that card. John Jones, Adesanya, Dricus du Plessis, Leon Edwards. I mean, there were so many other fights they were trying to put for UFC 300. Some big fights. They all fell through, and they were like, okay, well, at least we have this final option, Alex Pereira. There's no way this man will say no. It's only like a couple of weeks away. He'll say yes. Poatan says yes, goes out there, knocks out Jamal Hill. Then, he's coming out after that fight with a broken toe, I believe. I believe it was his pinky toe or his actual thumb toe. Regardless, he's coming off an injury after the UFC 300 fight. And guess what this man says? I want to fight less than a month later at UFC 301. In Brazil, in my home country, in the main event. Because obviously, Pantoja versus Usyk, Aldo versus Jonathan Martinez. Really wasn't doing it for a big money pay-per-view. It's not gonna sell that much. But Alex versus Yuri and Pantoja Usyk and Jose versus Jonathan Martinez, maybe that can actually sell. He just fought the month before. It'll be a huge storyline that he's going to be fighting immediately after that. Yuri also fought at UFC 300. He would also be fighting immediately after that. That'd be awesome. That would be absolutely amazing. But of course, UFC said no. They said he's injured. We'll push you back a little bit. And they were looking at UFC 305, which is what we're talking about in this video. They were trying to book Alex and Yuri as the main or co-main event. I still don't know if they were going to bump it above Adesanya du Plessis. I was assuming probably they put Pereira Yuri rematch as the co-main events, but I don't know. Regardless, they're trying to put this fight for UFC 305, but guess what happens? Conor versus Chandler, supposed to happen at UFC 303. Pinky toe gets injured. Who you gonna call? Ghost Poatan. Freaking Poatan gets the call yet again. And what does Poatan say in the first 5 seconds of that call? While he's in the car with Planino, I think that's the guy's name. His head coach is in the car with him saying, gotta think about this. And Pereira's like, Shama, I accept. Bro's a dog. Bro is, he's the definition of a dog. He's the definition of a BMF. Give this man a BMF belt. You don't even have to fight for it. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. He said yes immediately to UFC 303 to save the day, save the card, and he did. Sold a lot of pay-per-views, sold out the arena, all that good stuff. Knocked out Yuri Prochazka, knocked him down in round 1, head kicked him in round 2. Boom, congratulations, amazing win, Mr. Alex Pereira. That was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. That just happened. It literally just happened, and he was saying before the fight, I've been fighting a lot. I fought at 300. I'm about to fight at 303. I want to take a little bit of a break. Again, a little bit of a break. His interpretation of a break was November, December. What? November, December is a break? Mr. Alex, that's insane, brother. That is crazy talk, Mr. Alex Pereira. But that's what he said before the fight. November, December, that's when I'm going to look to come back. UFC 309, UFC 310. But then he wins the fight. He doesn't take much damage. Feeling good. And he's like, I want to fight again. This is already my second sparring camp that I've had. And, I'm feeling good. I want to fight on that card. I want to fight on UFC Perth, UFC 305. And his coach is like, you're crazy. You are insane. This guy is a maniac. He only trained on Monday, had his second sparring session, and now he's like, well, I think I'm good enough to go for Perth. After fighting Jamal Hill, former champ, and then Yuri Prochazka, former champ, knocking them both out very early on, with injuries, coming in with his feet kind of jacked up, winning those fights, and still winning the fight. Well, let me see the timeline. Let me go on. Pereira, so it was March. He had 2 months and 2 weeks. Again, not a lot of time at all. 2 months and 2 weeks is insane for your return after UFC 300 to get the call again at UFC 303. But remember, bro wanted UFC 301. He wanted UFC 301. What are we doing? We do not deserve Mr. Alex Pereira. This guy is a blessing sent down from above. He's insane. But again, remember, we're going to look back. UFC 301 is on May 4th. That is literally 3 weeks after. He wanted to fight 3 weeks after beating Jamal. My man he's crazy. But now, again, we're going to go towards talking about 305 a little bit more, because you might be wondering about Ankalaev. Should he get the shot? Yes, he should. UFC 303 Pereira Prochazka, June 29th. It's the beginning of July now. UFC 305, August 17th. So as of right now, it is July 7th. He would have a month and 10 days. That's 5 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. That is 5 weeks. And Alex Pereira says, I want to fight again. 5 weeks after he did what he did. He did what he did to Yuri Prochazka a second time. And I'm all for it. If he wants to be this active, he wants to be the BMF, which he kind of is right now, beating champ. He hasn't fought a non-former champion since since 8 fights ago. Alex is crazy, man. But let's get on to UFC 305. I've been glazing Alex a little bit too long in this video, so let's go on to UFC 305. Du Plessis Adesanya, only 9 fights on the card right now. I'm hearing they're trying to get Dan Hooker on the fight card as well, but that's about it. That's the only big fight that they're looking at adding on the card. Prelims are solid, fun fights, but not a lot of huge names. The only name on the prelims is going to be Li Jingliang, and they're trying to set him up and build Carlos Pratez's name against Li Jingliang. Tom Nolan's an up-and-comer. I mean, a lot of fun fights in the prelims, but not a lot of name value. You got Tuivasa on the main card versus Rozenstruik, very good. Urseg and Kai Kara, and then Dricus versus Adesanya. That's only 3 on that main card. Then Hooker versus whoever on that main card as well. Notice how Kai versus Urseg isn't the co-main event yet. They haven't specifically said it is going to be the co-main event. Because Alex Pereira is going to be the co-main event. I have no knowledge on this at all. I don't know if, they're trying to book Alex Pereira for the card. Do it! Goddamn, do it. UFC, just do it. 9 fights right now. They add Dan Hooker as the opening fight. They got Tuivasa as the second fight. They got Urseg, Kai Kara France as the third. Alex Pereira versus... We'll get into it in a second. And then Dricus Adesanya. That's an awesome main card pay-per-view. Every fight's a banger. Every fight is a banger. Dan Hooker versus whoever is going to be good. And then the main card, a lot of prospects, not a lot of big names besides Lee, of course, but a lot of bangers there as well. Let's do it, man. I mean, like I said, he wants on UFC 305. Let's do it. Let's give him what he wants. It's not this often we get a guy that wants to be this active. He's 37 years old. He doesn't have all the time in the world just to take one fight. And be like Ilia Topuria. I want to fight in Spain in 3 years. And not fight a single time in between the... Again, sorry. Ilia, if you're watching, I'm just joking. But yeah, let's do it. Now. You thought I was gonna end the video there. No. Who's he gonna fight? All right, I know. Magomed Ankalaev should be next. 100%. 100%. He should be next. I agree. Why not Ulberg? I know. Ankalaev fans are going to be roasting me in the comment section right now. But here's the thing. Ankalaev doesn't want to fight this early. He doesn't want to fight that early at UFC 305. I'm all for offering it. Alex versus Ankalaev right now. If I'm a matchmaker, I'll give Ankalaev the title shot for UFC 305. That way, if he says yes, awesome. You get Ankalaev and Alex Pereira and Adesanya Dricus on the same card. It's an amazing card. I don't care. It's a great card. But at least offer Ankalaev the shot. Again, I'm saying I want Ulberg versus Alex Pereira in Perth. Yes, I would like that. But I don't want to be like offering Ulberg the fight first, because that's just not fair. You have to at least give Ankalaev the offer to fight at UFC 305. If he says no, we'll do Alex versus Ulberg. A winner will fight Ankalaev later on in the year, December, October in Abu Dhabi. I don't know. That seems to be where Ankalaev wants the fight card to be. He wants Abu Dhabi UFC 308. Pereira doesn't want to wait that long. That's 5 pay-per-views in the future. That's like 4 or 5 months in the future. Alex doesn't want to wait that long. So, Yuri 0-2 against Alex. Jamal Hill 0-1. Jan Blachowicz 0-1, coming off a loss. Or the draw. I can't really remember what he's coming off of. I think he might be coming off the win over Rakic, to be honest. Rakic coming off a loss. Nikita coming off a loss. Johnny Walker coming off a loss. Khalil's suspended. So it literally leaves Ankalaev, Volkan Oezdemir, or Carlos Ulberg. And I think you offer it in that order of Magomed first. If he says no, you go to Ulberg. Then you go to Volkan Oezdemir. And that's just what you do. You just try to get a fight. If he wants to be active, let's give him some offers. And there's only 3 guys that could realistically be that next fight for Alex Pereira. It's Ankalaev, it's Oezdemir, and it's Ulberg. So offer it to Ankalaev. Again, if he says yes, I'm fine with it. I'm 100% fine, because Ankalaev is the #1 contender right now. He deserves the shot. He's unbeaten in like 20 fights. I'm being hyperbolistic here. But, yeah, offer it to Ankalaev. If he says no, let's do Ulberg, Alex Pereira, co-main events. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. And if not, maybe let's say Ankalaev and Ulberg say no. I'm sure Volkan will jump on that opportunity to be the #9 contender and get the shot. It doesn't matter who. Like, let's just literally go down the list and offer everyone. And let's get Alex Pereira a fight. Please. And thank you. What do y'all think? Should Alex Pereira get on the card? He literally wants to be on the card. So let's do it. Please, UFC, listen to me. Offer Ankalaev, then offer Ulberg, then offer Oezdemir, and then let's see one more option, because it is not a long time away. There's not a lot of break there for anyone. Then offer Bogdan Guskov. Why not? I don't know. But again, Volkan beat him. So, yeah, there really are just those 3 options. So, Ulberg, Ankalaev. Yeah, I doubt Jan's even ready to return right now. So, yeah, Ulberg, Volkan, or Carlos Ulberg. Let's do it! Thanks for watching. Yeah, pin comment down below. You know, you want to support the channel? That'd be cool. I'm about to eat this little muffin right here. So, this muffin costs like $1. Be cool if you helped me out and paid for it, you know? Just kidding. But I will post all of my bets on there. We're actually profiting this year on my UFC bets. I think I did a few, like 1 championship or Bellator bets, but the link is in that pinned comment down below for all of my bets. And I do a crazy thing where I rank not just the top 15 of every weight class, but literally every fighter in the UFC. All of them. It took forever, but it's a lot of work. You want to check that out as well. That's another slight perk that's in there. It is kind of fun, but it is time consuming, so become a member. That's the only way to really support this channel. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.